Hello friends, welcome to Current Science Weekly Current Affairs. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the various current events happened in the second week of July with regard to Karnataka state. So moving on to the first aspect, Government of India has established IS4 OM. This is a project where it has been launched in Bangalore. Okay, it is about ISRO system for safe and sustainable space operations and management. It has been established at Pune as the part of the ISRO's program. So this initiative will help the ISRO to observe or manage the space situational awareness and also the space traffic management. So this project will majorly help in space situational awareness and space traffic management. It will give an idea about how the debris, majorly the debris which is considered as the space junk or space debris, which are been one of the major problem issue for the space management. So this gives us the idea about how the debris is flowing, whether it is coming into the Earth's atmosphere or causing any impact into the atmosphere and also the Earth. So it will give us the entire picture to manage the space debris majorly, and also the space situational awareness. It will give you managing the various ISRO space assets. It may be the live working satellites, the dysfunctional satellites and other space maneuvers or endeavors that the ISRO has been launched. So all this will be getting the understanding about various assets of the space ISROs, which can be visualized and managed properly. In the recent past, we come across the incident majorly in Maharashtra and Gujarat, where there is various space debris entered the Earth's atmosphere and it has impacted the Earth, and particularly in the places in Gujarat and Maharashtra. So it has caused some damage to the property and also some damage to the persons also. In order to prevent this type of incidents in future, this project will help the government, help the India and also the space agency to manage the debris properly. So it has been established at Pune. It's a part of the ISRO space program. So moving on to the next aspect, it is with regard to the captive breeding. As all we know, so captive breeding comes under the in situ breeding. So it is where the particular animal is breeded in the closed controlled environment, not in a natural habitat. So here the Pilikula Biological Park, which is situated at Mangalore, it is the only designated park selected by the Central Zoo Authority of India to breed the king cobras. As all of you know, the king cobra is considered as the largest venomous snake in the globe, and it is what we call it as the only snake which builds nest to lay its eggs. So all the other snakes don't build the nest, whereas the king cobra builds the nest to lay its eggs. The Pilikula Biological Park has undertook the project to breed the king cobras. So it is called as Project 2. Earlier in the Project 1, it has already successfully breeded around 65 neonatal king cobras, and that has been successfully released in the wild. And it was discontinued for various other reasons. Now the biological park has started the second project where it has successfully hatched the eggs, and after the 87 days of incubation period, these infants, or what we call neonatals of the king cobras, has come up, and now they have been watched properly at the biological park itself, and in future, in some days of time, it will be released in the wild. In order to protect this species, which is very important for the ecological balance and balance in the majorly in the Western Ghats and surrounding regions, this species has been protected, and because of dwindling population of this species, the government has taken captive breeding, and the only park in India which has been given a status to carry out this captive breeding under the controlled conditions. Okay, it is the Pilikula Biological Park, which is located at Mangalore. Apart from the king cobra, the Pilikula Biological Park has the permission, or has given the sanction to carry out breeding for giant squirrels. The giant squirrels captive breeding is also done at the Pilikula Biological Park. So this is the news. So the project 2 has been successfully completed. So moving on to the next aspect, it is with regard to the Indian Institute of Science has devised a new technology to manufacture hydrogen from the biomass. to manufacture the hydrogen from the biomass. So as all we know, hydrogen is considered the next generation fuel, where all our future endeavors with regard to the power consumption will be majorly driven by the hydrogen. So various research has been carrying out to harness or to potentially harness the hydrogen. So in this regard, the Indian Institute of Science has came out with an experiment where it can extract the hydrogen from the biomass. As we all know, almost 95% of the hydrogen is now being extracted from the fossil fuels. Based on that, we have now called it as a various forms. So such as we call it as grey hydrogen. So grey hydrogen is that hydrogen where hydrogen which is extracted from the fossil fuels. Then there is a blue hydrogen where the hydrogen is still extracted from the fossil fuels itself, but the end product where it is the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide is recaptured and stored in the various carbon sequestration methods, where in the blue hydrogen the gas which is liberated, that is the byproduct, the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, is successfully captured and stored, so that it will not act as a what we call it as a greenhouse gases. So that is the major aspect of blue hydrogen. Then there is a green hydrogen where hydrogen is produced from the non-fossil fuels, that is from the green energies. From the green sources we produce the hydrogen. It will what we call it as a green hydrogen, and it will, the byproduct will not be the carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, which are not the greenhouse gases. Here in this aspect, they are trying to synthesize the hydrogen from the biomass through a process where the biomass is converted first into the syngas. Then from the syngas it will be then converted into hydrogen. Then the hydrogen can be used for the any other purpose. So this is the experiment they have carried out, and they have successfully came up with conversion from biomass to syngas, and from syngas they are able to segregate the hydrogen and can be used as a fuel. So this is supported by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy in association with Indian Oil Corporation. These two, the ministry and as well as the Indian Oil Corporation, is assisting the Indian Institute of Science in order to produce the hydrogen from the biomass. Moving on to the next aspect, so it is regarding the nano urea plant. So South India's first nano urea plant has been established at the Bangalore. The first nano urea plant has been established at Gujarat. So it will be the second nano urea plant which has been established at the Bangalore. The Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited, IFFCO, is the body which is responsible for the production of this nano urea. So what are the advantages of the nano urea? Nano urea is considered as an important breakthrough in the agriculture science, where it will helps in crop productivity, soil health management, nutritional quality enhancement, and so on. So the 500 ml bottle of nano urea can effectively replace 45 kg bag of urea. By this you can understand the effectiveness and how much it can replace the urea, and also helps in improving the agriculture production. So it will be a very important breakthrough, so that the input cost can be reduced. It will help in effective soil health management, environmental pollution or environmental related issues can also be effectively addressed with the use of the nano urea. So moving on to the next aspect, it is with regard to the Bhu-Chetana program. So why it is in news? Because recently the government of Karnataka, the Honorable Chief Minister of Government of Karnataka has said that the government is planning to reintroduce this Bhu-Chetana program. This program was launched in Karnataka in 2009. Bhu-Chetana means soil rejuvenation plan or a program, where it focused majorly on the rain-fed areas or rain-fed agriculture by stressing on the soil health, by managing nutrient and fertilizers, so that it can help in improving the productivity and also the income for the farmers. The major agenda or aim of this Bhu-Chetana program was soil health management and soil health enhancement, so that the productivity and also the income for the farmers can be increased. So this program has now has been successfully implemented, and it has been appreciated at the national level, such as the Indian Council of Agriculture Research and so on. So in order to reignite this type of agricultural practices, the government of Karnataka is trying to bring in the Bhu Chetana program, where it wanted to club both the traditional practices as well as the modern techniques to improve the soil health features, so that it improves the productivity as well as increase the income for the farmers. So this is with regard to the Bhu Chetana program. Moving on to the next aspect, the government of Karnataka has decided to launch a program called as One District, One Skill. The major objective of this program is rejuvenating the traditional skills. So there are various places where we come across various traditional skills. For example, in Bidar we have the Bidri works. It has been a traditional art which has coming since from the 14th 15th centuries, since the Bahmani times itself we come across the Bidri works. So in order to enhance or preserve, protect and promote those type of traditional skills, this program has been launched, and this will be implemented by Karnataka Skill Development Corporation, where it will select at least minimum 100 skilled persons will be trained per district in order to turn them to entrepreneurs, so that it can develop into an industry, so that the employment can be generated, the economy can be improved, overall the economy of a country, of the state can be enhanced. So this is the idea behind the One District and One Skill program, and this program will help the various traditional skill makers and enhance their skill and also improve their economy and also contribute to the Karnataka's economic growth. This will be implemented on Pradhan Mantri Employment Generation Program, so that it will also suffice the need of self-employment. It also caters the employment opportunities for the rural youth or the youths which are present at that particular place. So these are the various events which have happened in the second week of July. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching this video.